Welcome to my third podcast. The first one that I've been fucked up for.
It's Blue here. Hey.
I'm drunk. I got my boy Blue.
I'm eating pizza right now.
I'm drunk for this one. I think that he's a little drunk or no.
I'm pretty good. I've had,
Enough.
Yeah, enough. So it's I don't drink often, so it's definitely enough.
I'm certainly fucked up. Guys,
Yeah.
It's almost 6 in the morning. And I've been up since 1 p.m. the prior day, so I'm drunk, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Blue?
Nothing, man. You sleep in? You slept in till 1?
Till 2.
Till 2?
Till 2,
What?
bro. Till 2.
That's how fucked up you were?
I was drunk. I was certainly drunk the day prior. I was. How you doing, though?
I'm Gucci, man. I'm just eating my pizza right now, dude. I told you to wait to start this so I could finish eating, so I'm not here like trying to munch down and freaking enjoy this while you're interrogating me.
I didn't interrogate you.
No, that was a joke. It was a joke. Come on, dog.
Tell the people how you feel, bro. Just live your life, man.
I say, I don't know what I say. Fucking anarchy, dude. That's what I say. Anarchy.
Anarchy, bro.
Not anarchy and destruction, but anarchy in the form of government, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'm right there with you. I feel it in my bones. But no, man. Come on. Talk to me, man.
I'm fucking eating. What do you fucking want me to do, man? I'm eating. You tell me to talk to you, but it's rude to talk with my mouth full,
I eat some pizza, man. I would.
I know you would, but you're choosing the higher road, and I respect you for
I
that.
don't know if it's a higher road.
Not the self-hating.
You don't hate yourself
To a certain degree.
for eating it. No,
You
don't.
feel guilty after eating it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, maybe.
because it's bad food and it contributes to people gaining weight and being fat. And I mean, it's not the only thing, but it's not like eating a spinach salad with onions and tomatoes and carrots in it.
Yeah. No, I totally hear what you're saying, but you definitely don't. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what you feel about yourself, but you certainly don't hate yourself.
No, if I absolutely hated myself, I'm like, I would probably not be here.
Yeah, you would probably not do it at all. But you did it, man. You're just enjoying yourself. You're just enjoying life. You know what I mean? Like we have been drinking, and you want to eat food. You just want to eat, bro. You just want to eat, man.
Oh yeah, and then the last time I ate was breakfast, or for me, which was like 6-7 hours ago.
Right.
When I woke up.
You just don't want to think about healthy decisions.
Yeah, I just want to. If I feel like eating something, I want to eat something.
Exactly. You don't want to. Look, I'm texting right now. You guys can probably hear. I already know this fucking mic. We're well, I'm texting because we're watching the football game of Michigan and Ohio State, and a buddy just texted me that we won, which was Ohio State. And I'm saying congrats. Congrats, man. Congrats. Good for your team. I think that that's a good thing. I have nothing invested in it. But back to what we was talking about. As you stuff in your face.
Eating this pig pie, looking like a pig, stuffing my face, you know what I'm saying?
I want to eat some pizza right now. I would totally do it. I would totally do it.
What's stopping you?
What's stopping me, man? I just don't want to. That's a good question, man. I just want to live a healthy lifestyle.
But is it going to make or break that lifestyle? Just having.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It certainly wouldn't. If I just like took a bite off of the pizza that you're folding right now, it certainly would not. It certainly would not ruin me. You know, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I could totally do that. But why don't I? Right? Mm-hmm. No, I asked that too. Why don't I do it? Maybe it's just, I don't know what it is. I don't want to say discipline. I mean, yeah, it's discipline, but it's like a mental state of like really not wanting to do it. Really deciding that sugar is the monster and like fighting that no matter what.
But you drink beer, correct?
Right. True.
And that's that's in its own is a has gluten, has
True.
Is a grain, and then when your body ingests grain, processes it into glucose.
No, you're 100% right. But when I eat pizza, it doesn't make me feel loosey-goosey. If I could eat pizza and it made me feel
like how you feel when you drink alcohol,
then I'd probably do that.
Yeah, you eat pizza all the time.
I'd probably do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't. No, you make a good point. You make a really good point. Ultimately, when I'm talking about myself, I do things that make me feel like, or when I do things of a certain substance, right?
Roger. Tracking.
I guess I do them to make me feel like I'm not myself, I guess. Right?
Or at ease, pretty much.
Maybe at ease, maybe. But like, I don't ever talk to somebody, not me specifically. Never do I talk to someone and am I like, oh, I'm going to eat this food, we're going to eat this, we're going to eat a bunch of this food, and we're going to get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, never am I like, oh, we're going to eat a bunch of pizza, and then after we eat that pizza, bro, we about to get wild. You know what I mean? Something about alcohol that takes you out of your element.
It alters your mind. It makes
it alters your mind.
Inebriated, you know.
But so does food, but not in the same way. That's why I don't think that they should be in the same category.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see, just because it has that effect on you, and like it lasts for a while, that you feel like you can. Excuse me. You can be looser, you can kind of say stuff without regards, without repercussions or anything like that.
Well,
you feel like it. That's what I'm saying. You feel like it. I mean, the
right.
repercussions are still there, obviously, but
yeah, it's certainly not without repercussions. I mean, we can say whatever we want right now, and people who are listening to us, this podcast, could be like, I didn't like what you said at that moment. You know what I mean? I didn't like how you were coming off. Oh, you drink too much. Oh, I could tell that you're drunk. By the way, this mic is very sensitive, so it could probably tell how much you've been chewing.
I hope not. I mean, I haven't been chewing with my mouth open or nothing, but if it can pick up me chewing with my mouth closed,
Respect.
yeah, respect, man. whatever, old man fucking paid for this, hey, he got his money worth.
True.
I'm almost done. I'm on my 6th slice of pizza right now. About to finish this pizza, you know.
Blue's a beast, man.
Weigh 380 pounds. 6'6". I run a 4.5. You can look me up on Google.
Blue's a beast, man.
I featured in a AFL team, but I gave up because I was too good.
Yeah, you didn't need that. You didn't need that nonsense, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You ready for the NFL right now?
Nah, they ain't ready for me either.
They ain't ready for you either.
No.
What you ready for?
Man, like extraterrestrial football, you know what I'm saying?
Spaceship football.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like?
I don't know.
You don't know. I'm here to tell you guys right now that are listening to us. It's past 5 in the morning, man. It's 6 o'clock. And now for Bailey, that's cool.
I work nights.
He works nights. I've been up since 1 p.m. It's now past 6 in the morning. And we doing a podcast.
Out here working.
We doing
For
a
y'all.
podcast. We are. I wish I was eating some pizza. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got some coffee right now. And I'm digging my coffee. Tastes good.
I brewed a full pot of coffee before we started watching that football game.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot about it. I mean, I turned it off. You know, like once it's finished brewing, I turn it off automatically. But
Yeah. Did you get my call?
I had my headset on. But I mean, when I opened my phone, I saw him.
I was trying to call you. I was trying to get a pot of coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I called you.
You're calling for coffee?
Yeah.
For real?
I swear on
now
everything.
I feel like a dick.
Why? Because you ignored it?
Well, no, because I could barely hear it. And, you know, I was playing Charles.
Barely hear what? The ring?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was set mine on low. And I had my headset on, you know,
Yeah.
playing games. And like I was saying, playing Trials of Osiris.
Yeah.
It's the competitive multiplayer
Yeah.
on Destiny. And so in the heat of the moment, I can't just drop it.
No. You do what you want.
And that's real. And like once the game was over, you know, that's when I showered,
Yeah.
and then that's when I called you. I mean, you didn't tell me about no pot of coffee.
You didn't call me back.
Damn straight I did.
Did I pick up?
Yep.
What did I say?
You were like, hello? I was like, hey, are you guys still in the third floor day room?
Okay, I remember.
And you were like, yeah. The
Maybe-
game's about to
well,
start. And I was
'cause-
like, all right, I'm on my way down. And you're like, okay.
Alright, because I already got my coffee. Because I went to Levis' room, and I was like, let me make a pot. He was like, I was like, you make me a pot. He was like, no, you make your own. So I made my own. And I put it in a styrofoam cup. I made my own coffee. But that's why I called you back. I wanted some coffee.
Okay. Well, that's my fault.
No, man. No, don't feel bad about it.
I mean, you got your coffee. And you could have still asked me. And
Yeah.
I would have given you something.
And if I really wanted it that bad, I would have came back to your room.
I still wouldn't let you in there.
Guys, Bailey
My name's Blue Dog.
Blue would not let me into his room.
It's dirty. It's dirty right now, and I'm embarrassed. I truly am embarrassed about it, and I don't want other people to see it. Nobody's been.
Nobody's gonna see it.
You were gonna see it. I didn't.
Well, was it that? Like, what did you think that I was gonna do if I saw your room dirty?
Judge me.
Yeah. Okay. In what way though? like in a way that I was like, oh, I can't be this guy's friend anymore. This room is too dirty. It's a wrap.
I don't know. I'm just embarrassed about it. It's like I haven't had anybody in my room, and like since I got here, like nobody's come into my room. So it's like I'll either have like a couple dirty dishes and like my clothes on the floor, and I haven't taken my trash out yet. So I had a full bag of trash sitting there.
So what, man?
I was just embarrassed. Shit, man. Sorry. Because I'm not normally like that, when I'm home with my wife and everything.
You do what you want, man.
Bro, but still, it's like, I don't want anybody to see that.
You don't want anybody to start to develop any type of judgmental...
Yeah, stigma against me. Like, oh, he's a dirty motherfucker. It was like, I'm not dirty.
I believe you.
I mean, I may have, like, it's not, like, super dirty. It's just, like, I just need to pick up.
You didn't even let me see, so I can't.
I know.
I can't even be the one to judge.
And that's perfectly fine.
That's
Would you? Perfectly fine with me. If you can't.
As long as
if nobody sees it, hey, I'll be the one to determine whether or not if it's too dirty or not.
I think that
okay, it's messy. How's that? It's messy, and I'm still embarrassed about it.
I think I should be the one to judge.
No, never.
Not
until after I pick up and kind of straighten things out, and then I'll let
you. As someone's about to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like, when you're growing up. I don't know if you've ever had this, but your room's dirty and your mom tells you to clean it up, but then you see her like pulling up in the driveway, and then you scramble
to clean.
Yeah,
I
was like throw this under the bed,
my shit.
Throw this in the closet.
But you had no clue. I don't think that you knew that I was coming over.
Not to knock on my door. I knew we were getting together around at 2 to watch the game.
How'd you know that?
Because Rico messaged me.
He told you? Did he?
Yeah, on Facebook.
I had no clue. I had no clue that you even knew.
Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll be down there.
I had no idea. So I came to your dorm room. Me and Blue are in totally different dorm rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So I came.
Like a mile apart.
Yeah, at least. Somewhere around that. And I knocked on your door. I didn't hear anything coming from your room. And then you took a little bit.
Yeah, because I was in the middle of playing Trials of Osiris. You do
what you want, man. You do what you want. And then I knocked on your door. And then you answered. But when he answered me, you certainly...
Well, I'm not proud of this moment, okay? People, like, it's definitely an embarrassment of how I handled the whole situation and how my room looked, right?
You didn't give me any insight.
No.
It was like, Chloe, you just like barely opened the door.
Barely opened the door, put my face out, like, what do you want?
He was like, what's up? Hey, what's up? And
I have my hood on and everything, like I'm like drugged out, like cracked addict, like, who is it? What do you want?
I was surprised because I didn't think that, I didn't know.
Where would you think I would have been? Like,
No, I thought that you was going to be in your room.
Yeah.
I just thought that you would be, I thought that you were going to be happier to see me knock on your door. Because, I didn't think that you knew that anybody was coming to your room. So I was like, oh, Bailey's going to be excited that, I knocked on his door. He has no idea.
Oh, trust me, I was. But I was, telling you, it was just like, hey, man, you can't come in because you made the step forward. I was like, hey, whoa, man. You got to give me, at least, a 15-minute notice. That way I can make it look okay.
Kind of I didn't know that was going on. So when I knocked on your door, I was like, Bailey's going to be so happy to see you. And then you opened your door. And I was like, what's up, man? And you was like, what's up, man? And I was like, can I come in? You're like, no, man, my room is totally dirty, bro. I was like, bro, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't care, man. It matters to me, man. I don't want to, yeah.
You don't want to what?
even have to deal with it. The possibility. I just want to have it
The possibility of what?
If having like a bad stigma or anything associated with
See,
it. It's just like, yeah.
That's real.
And that's why I told you the truth. I was like, hey, like I'm really embarrassed about it right now.
But what did you think that I would have done? Even if I would have saw it dirty, what do you think? It doesn't matter. It would have been a negative stigma towards you, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Yeah.
All perception.
Yeah. And it's all opinions, too. And it's all opinions and perceptions of different people. And why it matters so much, it shouldn't, but...
It does.
Yeah.
It matters to me, too. I certainly don't want someone to think that I'm very dirty. No, I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But that's what boys... You would think that's where being boys comes in. Like, of course, I get you not wanting people to think that your room is super dirty. But even if I did see your room is super dirty, like, who do you think that I'm going to tell? Like, I see your room is super dirty, and then, like, after that, we go to another bar, or we go meet up with different people, and then I'm like, gosh, you won't believe how dirty Baily's room is. I think people do that.
Yeah, people do that.
People do that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's at the same
time. You don't
time,
even want the chance of that.
But not even that. It's just like I respect your opinion, and like I just want you to think the best. It's like I don't want to. Same
for me.
Yeah. So I mean, because I respect what you think and everything, so I don't want you to, I guess, see something I'm ashamed of.
You don't want me to see the bad of you.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not even that bad, but at the same time, it reflects, like, sometimes I can be lazy or I can put things off, It's just like...
Me too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it happens, But at the same time, I'm just going to not, if I have the control over it, I'm just going to prevent it,
I don't blame you for that, but I do.
Well, yeah, I mean... It's just, I don't know,
No, you do what you want, man. You do what you want, man. You don't want me to see something, then I don't got to see something. But I'm here to tell you, I don't give a fuck, bro. Now, if you got like dog shit.
No, I mean, it's like I don't have like moldy
people shit.
I don't have like shit on the floor or fucking like pee cups. Or I don't have like dirty cups. It's just like I have like a pile of dirty clothes. And then my laundry basket full of clean clothes because I haven't put them away yet. And then my chair, and then a few other random, just miscellaneous things on the floor. And then obviously my trash bag, like I said, because I haven't taken it out yet.
Well, I would almost rather come in your room.
It's just messy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to come in your room if you don't want me to. I'm saying, like, I would almost rather come in your room. And you describe this, like, hey, man, I got some shit here, I got some shit here. And I'd be like, all right, man, don't worry about it, whatever. And then you'd be like, all right, man. And then we get back to whatever we're doing, whatever the narrative is. But to not even be able to come in your room, that almost builds it up more.
Yeah.
That's almost like, hey, man, you can't come in here at all. That's what you was doing to me.
I know, that's what, and I thought you would respect just how I felt. And understand it,
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I mean, I was like suspicious about it.
Like what? Like?
Well, I was just like, I can't come in at all.
You think I like was hiding a body in there?
No. Of course not. But you was like, I mean, I knocked on your door, and you came in. And I was like, oh, I didn't ask to come in. I don't remember what I said to you. What did I say?
You didn't really say anything. You just kind of
I was like, what's up, bro?
Yeah, you just kind of like, and then made a step forward, and I was like, hey, whoa. Like, because I mean, like, we are friends, and that's, the automatic thing, like, opening the door, hey, what's up, what's going on, I'm here, like, I'm obviously, you're like, hey, you gonna watch the football game, and then that's when you took that step forward.
I was like, hey.
And I was like, hey, so my room's really dirty, right? So I'm really embarrassed about it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I fucks with you, man. I love you, man.
Love you,
Don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it, man. My room's been dirty enough to where I don't want people to come in there.
Yeah, it happens. And, you know, because, I mean, like, since I've gotten back from my mid-tour, I've just been, like, really, like, just anti-anything.
Antisocial.
Antisocial, anti-productive.
Why do you think that is?
Depressed. It's just everything that's going on with me right now. It's just like...
Well, what's going on with you? Tell the people. If you want to.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's the best way to... Vent and then also identify what's wrong with you and work on it, make it better and progress. Yeah. But pretty much everything that's going on between, you know, my wife having a surgery soon, and it's like a huge stressful event on her, and like it's affecting her obviously, and like the drugs she's been having to take have been affecting her.
What does she have to take? Do you know?
It started, so she's been taking like crazy hardcore drugs for the past like 3 or 4 years, and it's been like...
You've told me about this.
Yeah, it's been ranging from Lialda to methotrexate to Humira.
And tell them why she's...
Oh, okay. So, yeah, to give a background, my wife, she has ulcerative colitis, which is pretty much just like Crohn's disease. It's an autoimmune disease that affects only the large intestines. Crohn's disease can affect anywhere between the beginning of the esophagus all the way down to the anus. But ulcerative colitis, or UC, is just the large intestines. It goes, you know, just from the beginning of the large intestines down to the anus. And that's what she has, and pretty much what it does is her lining in her digestional tract, her body thinks it's a foreign enemy and rejects it, and then thus causing irritation, inflammation, mucus, and like blood. So it affects her hugely because it creates an iron deficiency. She has become anemic before, and she probably is right now still, because just how much blood she loses every day. So she has that iron deficiency. And yeah, like pretty much it's hard for her to eat, because pretty much every time she eats, whether it be like good food or bad food, especially like vegetables, food that's high in fiber causes extreme pain in her stomach. Yeah, because it causes even more problems digesting and everything. So it's like for her to eat, whenever she eats something, she knows it's going to hurt her. And she's going to have to... That's why I was saying she has to stay around the toilet, like within like 20 to 25 feet of the toilet pretty much at all times. And like whenever she goes out to go grocery shopping or to go to... She's a medical cannabis user in California. So like whenever she goes to dispensaries, she has to be like... She has to plan it perfectly, you know, and where her bathrooms are at all times. And yeah, because it can hit at an instant, be like IBD, like irritable bowel syndrome, or you know, it's pretty much where you like had to go poop at an instant, you know. That she suffers from that disease as well. So it's like yeah, pretty much at any moment in time she could have to go to the bathroom right away.
See, now Blue has been... I mean, you've told me about this, but I feel like it gets more... Well, the more that you tell me about it, the more information that I'm...
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, I guess, convey all of it because it's so much. And I can't even convey everything that Laura feels. Right. I can't understand it because I don't have it. And, like, the only thing I can do is literally just be there for her. And when... You know, because I can't do anything to actually make her feel better. The only thing that makes her feel better is smoking cannabis and eating cannabis and taking narcotics. But luckily...
What kind of narcotics is she taking?
She takes Norcos. So, but that, like, she really doesn't like taking them. She only takes them, like...
Why?
Because to get rid of all the pain.
No, I'm saying why doesn't she like taking
Narcotics?
No,
Because
well,
it
yeah.
or the Norcos?
Norcos,
Yeah, because it makes her sick, makes her pretty much nauseated. She doesn't feel like she can actually operate normally, but at least when she's taking, the MJ, it's like she doesn't get that way. She at least,
Okay.
and she actually wants to eat.
Okay.
So it
She
really
doesn't want to eat on the
no, she can't. If
on
she
the
she
narcotics.
can't eat on the narcotics. She can't eat it at all.
Really.
Yeah, and I've witnessed it. I was like, because when she either eats MJ or smokes it, like she can actually eat a meal, it's still a small meal, and like every conversation I have, I always ask what she ate for the day, and it's always like super minimal, and she's lost a lot of weight from it, and it scares me,
Of course.
But it's gotten to this point, where she's having the surgery. But yeah, she's scared for the surgery. The first surgery, she'll have her large intestines removed, and then she'll have the colostomy bag. She's scared for the colostomy bag.
This hasn't even happened yet, though.
Hasn't even happened
First
yet.
surgery.
First surgery, yeah. And
That's
it's happening
When
2.5 weeks from now.
Oh man, how you doing?
I'm scared. I'm scared for her, and the worst part about it is that I don't even know how long I'll be able to be home for. Because I'm obviously going to be able to go home when she gets the surgery, for, a couple days before, help her prep for it, and then I don't know how long I'll be there after, and then I'll have to come back here, and then a couple months down the road again, I'll have to go back again, and then all this, like, I'm paying, these plane tickets, obviously.
Money shouldn't be an issue.
But it's not. But at the same time, it's like the air,
doing it.
This particular situation, it's forcing me to fly back and forth,
Right.
and they're not just moving me to California. They're not going to do that.
Right,
so they're
right.
pretty much forcing me.
Well, I'm here to let you know. If you need, this is true.
Well, no, I'm not going to ask for money from anybody.
Of course not.
Like,
Well, of course not, because you're a good guy, and you want to take care of your business or anything like that. But don't ever feel like you couldn't ask me.
I don't know.
I know that you feel that way.
Yeah.
As do I. Prideful. You know what I mean?
Stubborn.
Well, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I feel that way. I would never ask somebody else to pay for, like, my plane ticket or something like that. So I could definitely see how you could come across that way, not in a negative way, but I would. I really would.
Yeah.
would. You know what I mean? You got family obligations. You got stuff going on. You coming back and forth. I consider you a very good friend, and I would do that for any of my friends. I really would.
Yeah.
Hands down, I would do that.
And
No matter what.
thank you. I really appreciate it.
And that's not even what I'm looking for. It's not a thank you. It's not a
But it's
respectful
just
way.
letting me know. Yeah.
It's letting you know that, like, it's not in a way of like, hey guys, look what kind of person I am. Look what kind of human being I am. Like, no, I'm telling you that I would do that. I would.
And I would do the same for you. Like,
And I believe that. But I'm here to tell you. I know I'm repeating myself, but 1,000%, man. If you need something, you need to let me know, because I can't help if I don't know.
if you don't.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to help. Money's not a problem. Money's not an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At all. And not in a way of like cockiness. Like, oh, I got so much money, because I don't have so much money.
But yeah, you don't care about it.
I don't
like,
care.
About helping.
I do not care at all.
Especially if it's actually to help. Yeah.
Exactly. If I told my wife, like, hey man, Blue needs this, 100%. She'd be like, do it. I don't even need to ask her, but I would.
Yeah.
Because she's my wife.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, if you don't do it, I will.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like my wife would be. So, Not to promote myself, but just telling you, talking to our guests on this podcast, talking about your the stuff that you're going through, man. I'm here for you, man. I really am.
Yeah.
I really am. I would help you, man. I would want people to help me.
Yeah. And I would, I've helped friends in, the past, that meant a lot to me. Even the ones that meant just a little bit, that I've had previous good memories with, and like memories, I cherish. They've run into problems. They've had GoFundMe pages. I've given them hundreds of dollars before. And like, I wasn't in the best financial stage of my life when I was doing it, but I don't know.
You did it.
Yeah, we both have charitable hearts, and
it's all about being a solid human being. That's all I'm trying to promote. Even on this page, even doing this podcast, it's not about, you know what I mean? Because why would people listen to this podcast? You know what I mean? I'm nobody, essentially. Like, I really am not.
But you're just not known.
Right. I'm not a known person. But I think that this podcast is all about being someone of character. You know what I mean? Like, being someone who can relate to others, and you don't need to be special, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like, you could just be a person. You know what I mean? You don't need to be someone of significance according to society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could just be who you are and make a difference. You know what I mean? You could just be someone that loves very much, or appreciates very much, or whatever you think is important in order to make a difference. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to make a difference, but I don't want to force that difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely, like a rough line to go down, because it's like I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, a lot of like successful people kind of take, like the low road, it's like they put, morals and like emotions and like love and feelings on the back end, and just focus on straight business and like what will make the most money. It's like, and like not what matters to them.
Yeah.
And that's, what I feel like you're just trying to be a real person.
Yes, I agree with you, and that's the way that I would describe it. But even to relate even more, whether people want to accept it or not, I just want to be me. I'm not trying to be a real person.
Oh, but I'm not saying you're trying to be, but you're trying to convey, that you really are, like, that you can, be this, a real person, not have all these materialistic values, and there's other, there's better progressive things out there, and you don't have to sacrifice yourself to obtain those.
Right. I'm just trying to be me.
Exactly.
I just am being me. I hope. I've had 2 podcasts before this, and I've been kind of weird, I guess. Not weird, but like,
I mean,
I just want people to care about it.
Of course, you want your podcast to be successful. You want people to hear you, because you really want to help people.
Yeah. I want to help myself. I want to help people. I want to help myself, man. I feel like I got something to talk about, and I feel like I don't need to be famous or be very productive. Listen, this is what I'm trying to. This is. I think that people listen to a podcast because they might like somebody, or someone might be successful, so they might get some sort of intuition from that person. Listen, I don't fit any of those narratives. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a regular dude. I'm 26 years old. I make shit for money. I don't make a whole lot of money. I'm doing all right, but I'm not making you know,
hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
no, not at all. I don't fit any narrative, so it's like, why would I listen? You know, and I can totally respect that, totally. All I'm trying to do is be relatable forever, for as long as this podcast goes, whether it goes for a very long time or it doesn't. I mean, I've talked to you so many times offline.
Oh yeah, we've had like 3 to 4 hour long conversations without recording,
and it's like, why wouldn't I do it? I do it anyway.
Yeah, you do it every day.
Why wouldn't I just put it on for people to listen to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would I would listen to something like that. I totally would.
Yeah. Over time, it just takes consistency and dedication with anything.
I agree. Yeah. I agree 100%.
But yeah.
I gotta take a piss. So you gotta talk to the people while I go take a piss. You got to. Because I gotta pee, man. I gotta pee so bad.
And yes, dang it.
Yeah, you got to.
All right.
I'm putting Blue on the spot. He ain't even ready.
Nah.
I
ain't never ready. Nah, it's like, all right, go
I gotta pee. Hold on.
All right. Hurry up.
I'll be back.
5, 4,
Quick.
3,
Quick.
2.
We'll do quick.
So I'm gonna look crazy because we're sitting in a library right now, and well, it's not populated because it's early in the morning, so no one's awake yet. So that's why we're able to have this kind of conversation, kind of loud and stuff. But I completely forgot where I was going. But yeah. So my wife is, like I said, she has UC and been going through a lot of different stuff. It's definitely rough because we had high hopes for the last medication she was on, and then her body started developing antibodies against it, started rejecting it, and that was really depressing. Like, it was really bad, like, because we were both separated at the time. I was, halfway across the world, and she was back home. Luckily, she was with her family, so she had that support system with her. But obviously, it was tearing me apart, breaking my heart. And it wasn't until I got back here that we decided that surgery was the way to go. And then she got a date for it, and yeah, so it was good.
What have you been talking about, Blue?
Just pretty much everything that's going on with her surgery. So.
Oh, okay. Talk to me, man. Keep going.
Yeah, she's due for it in the next couple weeks, and yeah, she'll have another one in 3 to 4 months, and that's where they'll take away the colostomy bag, and they'll take the small intestines and reattach pretty much the artificial large intestines. Like, it's called a J pouch, and it pretty much mimics what the large intestines did, but obviously not as good as it used to, but I mean better. Like, technically it's a cure for her disease, but it's more or less just a life improvement. Like, because she'll still have problems, like she won't be able to eat certain things, and then there's always like they say, like, maybe once a year, it's called pouchitis. It's pretty much a small infection that starts in the J pouch, and it creates like a flare up that she would have of the UC. So it has its ups and pros and cons. Obviously, like I said, it's not an exact perfect cure, but it's a life improvement. And that's the biggest thing that will change for her.
I wish that your wife could come on this podcast.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Did you tell her to listen?
I haven't yet, actually.
You should.
Yeah.
Did you get the link I sent you?
Yeah, I told you. You sent me on Skype, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was drunk maybe when I told you. I don't remember you telling me that you...
No, you told me that you sent it to me, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I believe you. I believe that I said that down.
Yeah, it was on the couch.
Did you receive it? You didn't even look.
Well, I mean, I haven't looked at it yet. Yeah.
Send it to your wife, man. I think that she would maybe like it.
Yeah, I mean, I did tell her to listen to Joe Rogan, and because you know how I said she likes Milo, I told her to listen to the Joe Rogan and the Milo one, and then also that she should start listening to him. And she was like, she listened to the first 10 minutes of the Joe and Milo one. She said she really liked it and thought it was pretty funny. So she said when she cleans around the house, because she's a clean freak and like really OCD about how certain things should be and like look, and so she's like constantly cleaning, and so she said she'll listen to it when she's cleaning. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's why also stems my embarrassment from it, because
she's clean. Man.
Yeah, she's really clean, and I really like that. Like, I really, really like that. But it's like, I can be like that at times, but I can't be like that all the time. But I mean, when I'm with her, I'm motivated to do that, to be that, Well,
you're also trying to meet society's expectations.
Well, not only that, but it's true. Like, you do feel better in a clean house.
No, I agree with you.
Like,
I would be embarrassed to not be clean too.
Yeah.
So I could totally relate to you in that circumstance, but I would also be very open in the fact that
and understanding about it.
Or yes.
About being dirty.
I'm saying I'm being open in this podcast that the fact that I think that society wants me to be clean and wants me to be a certain way, which I'm going to try to fit that description.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can relate to you in that way.
Yeah.
Into which I wouldn't want people to come in my room if it was very dirty as well. So, I can see what you're saying. But, I really don't care. But also, if I'm being totally honest, it certainly helps me build a description of a person right off the bat. If I've known you for a long time, it's different. I'm gonna be 100% right here. Like, if I've known you for a long time, I think it is different. If the first time I meet you, like Ortega, for instance, we know Ortega. The people don't. Ortega is a clean freak. He cleans all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If I only, I meet Ortega, hey, what's up? And then I go to his room and it's super clean. It's like first impression. Like, this guy's a clean guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry. It certainly doesn't hurt you, I guess, if that's what you want people to think about you, as being clean. It certainly doesn't hurt. Now, for you, Blue, for instance, I've known you for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And if I come into your room and it's dirty, it will leave an impression.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's dirty. Not that you're dirty. That's not even right. Though it is maybe an impression that I would make.
That's understandable.
And that's what holds you. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. That's what holds you. Like, I don't want this person to think that I'm dirty. But you're not dirty because your room's dirty in a circumstance. But how understandable are human beings? So I totally, you know what I mean? I'm like fighting myself as I talk to you. I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I still shower and brush my teeth every day, every morning, you know, and every night. It's just like,
and there's a difference.
I just happen to not pick up,
Yeah, and there's a difference between messy and dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never stink. Or at least I don't think I stink, because I
don't think that you stink.
Yeah, I always put deodorant on. Always, put some cologne on. Make sure I smell good.
I think people struggle with that in general, so I think that people could relate to that because I can relate to it. I relate to, you have another person around. So my wife is, but my wife isn't a clean freak. I mean, she's certainly like a picker upper, but like I think two people in any circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it takes a relationship of a woman and a male. You know what I mean? I think like if you have friends and you live together, there's certain things that you're gonna pick up on each other. And be like, hey man, pick up on this or do this, do this, do this. If you live with another human being, you're going to criticize in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it be personality or whether it be effectiveness or whether it be cleanliness. You know what I mean? I think that that's just a natural thing. You live with other people realize things about you. Period. Good and bad.
Yeah, that's very true. And like like I said, one of the things I learned living with my wife initially, like, because I would leave like, little messes here and there, like either my socks just sitting on the floor, like where I sat down, like next to, I just forgot to pick them up, or like, just little things like that, or like little messes. But once I started, getting used to that and like, seeing how much it mattered to her, and like, she would go to work, and if it was my day off, my off shift from, being a firefighter or whatever, and like before she got home, they, try to, straighten out and clean the entire house. That way she would come home, see it, and like be in a good mood.
Better
and
mood.
Like, yeah. Because I do enjoy the feeling, just that feeling of, you pick up everything, vacuum, you like wipe down all the counters, like clean up, straighten up everything, like vacuum the couch, like.
She comes home to that.
Well, no, not only that, but I mean, then you like on the couch, you lay down a blanket, and then you just relax and you just feel comfortable. You just like.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's just like you just feel good. That's, I'm sure
No, I
people,
do. I do know
have
what
gotten
you mean.
that feeling. You're just in a clean house. Everything's clean, and you just
Yep, I know
got
what you
nothing
mean.
to worry about.
I totally get that. I do. And I think that my wife can relate. And then once you have kids, though, it's a whole.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a little rougher.
It's a whole different circumstance.
Yeah, okay. Because when I was 17, I was either 16 or 17, but my sister Lady had my niece Phoenix, or her daughter Phoenix, and she moved in with my mom. So, and like a lot of the times she was gone, so I was like raising Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I was babysitting Phoenix and raising her, and like I would get like. I wasn't as, I wish I was more understanding at the time, but, I wasn't understanding that, kids can be, little like wrecking balls. But
Yeah.
I would clean the house, before I'd go to school. Everything would be picked up, looking good, great. And I would go to school and then come home, and then everything's just a mess and like crazy. It's like, and it's from Phoenix, and like just just being a kid playing with toys and whatnot. And then her mom not, I guess, picking up after her, and then I was just like, couldn't understand why.
At the time.
Yeah. So I definitely know what it's like to
have kids, man, and to try to control that.
Yeah.
Chaos.
And always be clean and organized.
But that's the thing, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, with even the vocabulary that I just try to use, the control. Like, that's what you try to control, right? But you can't control anything. You can't control anything.
No.
But that doesn't mean that you don't try. That doesn't mean that you don't tell your kids anything, or any people that you have a relationship with. By saying like you don't have control, that doesn't mean that you don't try to have some control. But then you can also go too far.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Or having too high or expectations.
Right.
Or like too close of expectations of what you wanted exactly.
Right. You can definitely.
Shoot for the stars.
Well, you could definitely express how you want maybe something to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you know, I was like, if I'm talking to my wife about how I want to raise my children, our children, and I'm like, hey, you know, I don't think that we should be this way with her
Mm-hmm.
in these circumstances, and she could totally be on board. You know, that's an effective. That's effective communication. You know what I mean? If she's on board with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, babe, you know, we've been, you know, she's not listening to us when we're trying to do this. So maybe we should just try to be a little bit more understanding in these circumstances. And she's like, okay, I'm with that. I'm cool. That's what matters. It matters to be an agreeable thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think even if she doesn't agree, you still have to display that communication.
Yeah.
You still have to be like, hey man, I think that we should do this, same circumstance. I think that we need to do this. She's like, no, I don't agree. You know, and then somehow we have to come to
the middle, yeah.
an agreement. Because if we're both trying to raise a person with totally different circumstances, ideologies, you know what I mean? It just won't work out well. Which I think was going on with my parents.
And do you think that's what, like, is there anything good that you took from, like, your mom? Or, like, do you see how it could potentially be, I wouldn't say, like, in the sense that it causes, you know, a separation of the parents, but, I mean, having the...
It is what it is.
Yeah, but
if it did, then it did.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it could potentially be good in a way because the kid could pick what they like in one and what they like in the other, and like
that's life right there. Oh, now we talking. Now we talking about something. I took from my mom. My mom is very smart. Not that my dad isn't. My mom is very book smart.
Okay.
Very intelligent. Oh, no. Let me take that back. I mean, she is intelligent. Very knowledgeable. Okay. She's able to read something
and retain it
and tell you what that is. Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I mean, master's degree. She worked on it. She did that herself. You know, just knowledgeable. My pops, my dad. What up, pops? my pops. Hard worker. Got his doctorate. No, I'm not trying to say that he's not knowledgeable. Of course he is, but he's a grinder. He is. He's a you know, get your hands dirty, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna work for what I want, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna get it. So I think that I got the best of both worlds in that circumstance. I got the brains from my mom in a natural way, like, you know, just retaining knowledge in a sense, without trying. And then my dad, who's like, is not very good at like memorizing knowledge, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
If he reads something, maybe he won't be able to, you know, obtain that knowledge, but he's a hard worker.
Yeah, he's got the
he
work
works
ethic
for what he wants. So maybe I got a good mix of that. I was telling Apiog this today, and this is kind of off topic of what we was just talking about, but not. Apiog was talking about how certain people were very smart to him. Like, I don't know the context of what we were talking about, but he was like, blah 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 is very smart, you know, and they use that in this certain circumstance. And I told him to maybe be aware of, there's a difference between knowledge and intellect, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can certainly read something from a book and be able to repeat it to me. You know? And I think that that is knowledge. It's like memorization.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and then, okay, yeah.
Being able to remember, you know, or obtain knowledge. I read this from this book. Okay, now I know it for my memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's intellect, which in my opinion is originality. Able to think for one's self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were able to tell, it's just, I can't even give you an example. I was about to give you an example and be terrible at it. Intellect is like, for me, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
intellect is individual. You know what I mean? It comes from you. It comes from something that you're able to obtain without someone telling you. It's originality. I think, I mean, I said originality before, but it's like something that like you came to a realization by yourself. No one had to tell you. That's intellect. You know, being able to discover things for yourself. Now, this is just for me. This is all opinion
Okay.
of what intelligence and knowledge is. But I think knowledge is just, not that knowledge doesn't have to do with intellect. I mean, I think that they both can you know, combine themselves together. But I just think that knowledge is I'm like downplaying it. I just think that knowledge no, I'm saying that like, which is important, but knowledge is to me is something that it's just good memory.
Yeah, it's like, would you say it's the same as saying like there's book smart and street smarts, or like?
That's exactly what I'm saying to a certain degree.
Yeah, a certain degree.
You read a book, like I read a lot of books, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of books. I love books. They give me certain insights in which I would not be able to discover on my own. I don't feel like, maybe, but when I read those books, it gives me this certain perception that I wouldn't have come to on my own, and I think that is good. I think that does something for me.
Yeah.
In the relationships that I have with other people. You know what I mean? I'm able to speak on something that I've read that I wouldn't have been able to before. But I don't know if it's intelligence more than it is.
I'm trying to think of like
acknowledgement.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what intelligence is exactly. Like,
me too.
Is it just like your natural ability to understand something and maybe further it, or
maybe? I mean, it's all
because
what you think intelligence is. It's not up to me to decide what intelligence is.
I'm just trying to understand, you know,
what
like,
I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like a good representation of it, I guess, that I can relate to, because I don't know, like,
I think it's originality.
So you could be intelligent about certain subjects, and not, you know, just not about anything and everything. Like,
you could be knowledgeable. If we're talking in the terms of what I'm trying to say, you could be knowledgeable.
What about
in certain circumstances?
Military strategy.
That is something that you could possibly be very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledgeable.
What about the people that were like starting it?
The originators.
Would you say, you know?
I mean, there's
because
intellect
they're pretty much,
in it.
Or like jet fighters. There's like certain techniques, but these, you know, the people.
Well, there's certainly never not intellect in that type of strategy.
Mm-hmm.
There's intellect there, but there's more knowledge, possibly, in what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm just trying to fit my description of what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to force my opinion on someone, but I think there's more knowledge than there is intelligence. Now, if you're like starting from scratch, you're making a plan in order to, do something that is very important in the way that the military isn't looking at. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to kill Osama bin Laden. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of intelligence that has to go into that. That's a very specific task. So yeah, I think that there's intellect, obviously, to do with that. I don't think that they're separate. I think that they definitely can be used at the same time.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like with our job, firefighting, like you have to have the knowledge of the books and like all that and like proper techniques and everything, but because not every single emergency is going to be the same, so you have to have that intellect to be able to determine what to do and like what you should do and like what is the best route to achieve something. That's how I'm interpreting it. I'm trying to relate it to something that I know.
Subject.
Yeah, that I know, or Destiny, like extremely knowledgeable about all these different weapons and like different, like what they can do at any point in time, like
Destiny, like, the game that you play.
Yeah, Destiny, the game. Yeah, but it's also intelligence. Like for Trials of Osiris, the competitive, like you're trying to win, so you have to be like intelligent of like what strategy to use, or the League of Legends, playing that, you have to be intelligent because the game can go, every single game's different, so you have to play it very off the cuff, I guess.
No, I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying. I just hope that people are not, well, I guess it doesn't matter. People can fit whatever narrative that they want to. I hope people don't get they're not too hard on themselves on knowledge and then intellect.
Yeah. So I mean, back to like what you said initially is that he felt this guy was very intelligent or smart, right? But he was probably just doing what he read or saying what he read.
Exactly.
So yeah, he wasn't showing that in a adverse situation or like a stressful situation that required a unique answer. He wasn't showing that he could come up with that.
And it's not his fault for not coming up with that. As I would do, if you would ask me, hey man, what's your opinion on this? I would most likely use past circumstances or people who had much more knowledge than I have right now, on that situation. I would try to like reach for that and then give you
answer
whatever they said. Hey man, what I mean? Like Malcolm X said this when this was going on, you know what I mean? Or this person said this when this was going on, Buddha said this or whatever. You know what I mean? I would definitely search for much wiser answers than myself through people who have experienced those circumstances, possibly. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those people are the smartest people.
Oh, no.
Ever.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
Because there's also, different situations where they would die and other people wouldn't. That were, I guess, quote unquote, not as smart or dumber than they are, but they would survive in a situation, and just the more intellectual person wouldn't. It's all subjective,
It's
subjective. Sorry.
It all depends on what you're going through, man.
Yeah, and everything that you've dealt with and what you've experienced, and
you can feel what I'm saying.
I feel you, dog.
I know you feel me.
So pretty much what you're saying is he should have said that differently. He shouldn't, not necessarily, like, whoever it is, like,
well, what was I talking about?
Sure is probably, that person is, I guess smart, but to be able to remember and recollect and
Well, I'm not saying that
reiterate
anybody
it.
has to say anything. I'm saying that
You wish it wasn't perceived the way it was.
no, I
Or
don't care
what?
if it is or if it isn't. Not that I don't care. It just depends on the person. I don't want people to get too down on themselves. Either way. Either way. You know what I mean? I don't want anyone to be like, "Oh, I'm an idiot," because I don't know that Pluto isn't a planet anymore. Like that's a ridiculous reason to get down
To
on
think
yourself.
that you're
about.
retarded.
Yeah, man. Like someone just decided that. Like, don't you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
so it would be so crazy to bully somebody, but
Yeah,
people
or
do.
yeah, I was about to say, or judge somebody off of that, of them not knowing. They're like, "What, you didn't know? What, you
Right.
living under a rock?"
Right. People do
Yeah.
do that. You know, all I'm saying is like that's not it. That's not the basis of knowledge. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
not the
it's
end all be all.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it doesn't make or break a person.
You know what you know and you know what you don't know, man. Whatever gets you along, whatever helps you survive in the way that you want to be surviving in. I think that's what we're working towards today. As long as you live in the life that you want to be living, who cares the circumstance?
Yeah, as long as you're, I guess, trying to progress, whether it be a mile a minute or an inch an hour or something.
Exactly. As long as you want to continue to go forward, it shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't matter. I'm fucked up, man. I'm
Yeah,
drunk.
I think we're golden. It's now 7:20.
It's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, you definitely gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to bed in like 3.5 hours. You were due 8 hours ago.
All right, fam. Thanks for listening to us.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Follow me on Twitch. LOJK.
I don't got no Twitter, but
No, Twitch. It's a video game streaming thing.
oh.
It's where I stream me
Oh,
playing
give
a
me
game.
your Twitch name, man.
It's Ludicrous.
Split.
Ludicrous. Yeah, it's BL. Actually, no. That's my gamer tag. My Twitch name is BLEAUBAILEY. That's it. All together, one word. Blue Bailey.
Blue
Twitch.
baby, you heard that? Follow me too, man. I got a Twitch.
Psych.
ABCDEFG. That's it. All right, y'all. Love you guys.
Word up. Peace. A-Town down.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Peace.